Hello. I'm always sitting down without the stuff that I need. Hey y'all, come on in. Happy Sunday. Oh my God, I cannot leave my shoes in here because my child will chew them. Hi guys. Hey friend. Hey Miller's Best. What's going on, friend? Let's see who else is in here. Okay, it says we're notifying viewers that you are live. Let them know, honey, because she's been missing in action. Y'all know around the holidays, I work crazy hours, especially during 4th of July, because the burns at the hospital, clearly, you know, we get a lot of burns cases. And so, all of the vets, hold on. All of the vets at the hospital, all of the nurses that has like really good, you know, expertise. I don't even know how to say it because I don't want to offend any of the nurses, but a lot of the vet nurses, we work during those holidays because we get complicated cases that come in. And a lot of times the vets are the charge nurses, so we have like a different schedule from everybody else. And when I tell y'all, this 4th of July, we had people who lost hands. We had someone who lost their foot, eyes. Oh my God. So a lot of injuries this 4th of July season. Hey Blue Heart, Dan Ray Braxton, welcome in. Kai, Valerie, Nisi, Miss Cece, Dennis Campbell, Miss Marta Herrera. Hey Rocio, welcome in. A real man has joined us. Join me. Kiana and Queen is here. YDK_ISJ. Miller's Best, of course. Hey Jen. Hey Miss Debbie. Latoya is here, you guys. Miss Bev H is here. Stephanie is here. Welcome in, everybody. One of God's children is here. Welcome in, friend. Dallas Diva, Lisa Scott. Hey, friend. Paquita, Too Pretty. Welcome in. I see you, my loves. So I just was talking about Sparkle Onyx, thank you guys for the gifts. Use it with a lot of numbers, friend. It's not showing your name, but welcome in. Hey Sheila, how are you? So I just was telling the chat that someone, Mama Jens was in her live, y'all. I think it was either last night or the night before last, and everybody was asking about me. Hey Carlotta, everybody was asking, where's Keisha? Y'all, I just been working because it's been, you know, the holiday is really crazy. It's hard to get nurses in, and then because of the type of holiday it was, we get a lot of burns patients at this time. Y'all know I work at the #1 trauma center in Houston, so we get all of the crazy cases. So of course I had to work this holiday. And it was so crazy. Someone is saying, hold on, let me go to the chat. Someone is asking, oh, and this is a good question. Let me pin this because I know a lot of people are wondering. For the 100 people who are in the chat, if you are not yet following me, click this picture. Make sure you're following me. Put your notification bells on so you know when I am live. If you are meeting me for the very first time, my name is KEASHA Dixon. I'm a registered nurse. You guys, I work under the umbrella of emergency room medicine. I'm the charge nurse also of a 20-bed outpatient unit, and I'm also a patient and partner of Amble Health. So anytime you see this little sign up here, this is a GLP-1 Live sponsored by Amble Health. So I come on and I share my journey with taking GLP-1 medications. I share my experience with taking GLP-1 medications with Amble. And I also give you guys a platform to come and share your journey and your stories. And also there is a link available in my bio for you to get your meds also through Amble Health. So this person is asking, why is Amble not prescribing 15 milligrams? They're prescribing 13 because as of May 22nd, compound pharmacies, this is an FDA policy. This is not an Amble policy. We're just following the rules. Well, compounded pharmacies are no longer allowed to process branded versions of GLP-1s, and that includes dosing. So although you are receiving 13.5 milligrams, your med should still act as 15. Now read between the lines on that. I'm with Amble since last year. Do you know if the B12 is newly added? So Alicia, we have hired a lot of pharmacies because when we rolled out the 3, 6, 9, 12 month for patients to be able to purchase meds, our patient load doubled. So we had to hire on new pharmacies. So there are some compounded pharmacies who will add B6 or B12 to your medication to offset side effects. Now, I've also seen where some pharmacies will add, based upon what's going on in your comorbidities, what's going on with your med list. I've also seen them add niacin. I've seen them add L-carnitine. I think that's it. And then B6 and B12. That's all I have seen thus far. One of God's children says, I've been waiting for you. I'm here, friend. Alicia says, she says, hey, I'm happy to see you today. Welcome in, my love. Thank you guys for the for all of the gifts. I was finally able to use my laptop to subscribe. And I use your code for Plume. Oh, for those of you who, I never have that Plume stuff up here when I need to have it up here. For those of you who are stalling in your weight loss journey and you need a supplement, y'all, we have been taking the Plume, Plume's Hunger Taker and Hunger Houdini. Oh my God, where is it? Hold on, friend, let me find it. Because I know I took it out of my lunch bag. Damn, y'all. And I don't even have my second phone anymore. Hold on. Kiwi! Winter! Hold on, y'all. Baby, you see my Hunger Houdini and my Hunger Taker? My Hunger Houdini and my Hunger Taker. My Plume stuff that I took out of my work bag. The Hunger Houdini and the Hunger Taker. Go get bring my lunch bag here, baby. Ciao. See, I'm off for a couple of days and I unpacked my bag today, y'all. So let me see if I can find it. And another thing that has been working for me, y'all, my LIPO C is snatching me right up. It's snatching me right up. I was looking at myself. It's not in here. Where the hell is my shit? Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. Where the hell is my shit? Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. Having loud food noise. Y'all, first of all, is my screen freezing? I just need one person to tell me yes or no. Is my screen freezing? Hey, Grandshine. I'm assuming that it's not freezing. Okay. If you are stalling in your journey and you want something to help you with food noise, y'all, Hunger Houdini and Hunger Taker by Plume is an amazing product. A lot of us are using it. I was turned on by one of y'all side to side, and Brianna turned me on, and that's the best thing I think I have ever included. Besides me taking my vitamins, besides me taking my detox with Bella Detox, and besides me implementing my green supplement, y'all, that Hunger Houdini and Hunger Taker has been a lifesaver for me. Not to mention, I started back doing my LIPO C. Y'all know that I've been doing my LIPO C for a while now, y'all. I feel like my waistline is getting so snatched. I feel like it's really working. Hold on, let me take it to the chat because I want to make sure I'm answering everybody's questions because I don't want to piss nobody off. Hold on. Let's see. So, one of God's children, girl, let me know how it goes, your plume. Now, remember, when you take Hunger Houdini and Hunger Taker, you want to have appetite suppression. You want to. It's going to make you have appetite suppression. But what you don't want to happen is for your body to have so much suppression that your body feel like it's starving, and then you stall because it's trying to hold on to everything that you eat and drink. Because your body will go into starvation mode, and it will hold on to everything that you eat and everything that you drink. You're gonna have constipation problems, and you can get get fluid retention. Okay. I'm with Amble since last year. Do you know if B12 is newly added to Sema? Okay, so Alicia, so I answered that. So some pharmacies will add it and some won't. So it just depends on who's feeling for you. But if you don't want B12 or B6 in your Tirzepatide or your Semaglutide, let the doctor know during your consultation, okay? Sparkling Onyx says, I came from name brand, but insurance no longer covers my ZEP. Just made my first Amble order Semaglutide this week. So congratulations to you, friend. Listen, let me just say this because I made a video about this today because I've been seeing like a lot of things, you know, a lot of people, you know, dibbling and dabbling in the gray market. I just want to say I am not against people who dibble dabble into the gray market because I do understand that people want accessibility, people want affordability, they want control over their meds. I totally understand that, but as a nurse, it just makes me a little bit nervous because of the research grade stuff. Now, some of these things that you guys are purchasing gray market, you can actually get them from compounded pharmacies. It does not have to be with Amble, y'all. It does not have to be with Amble, but as long as you are getting your script from an online telehealth company that is utilizing a compounded pharmacy that does have FDA regulations, that is safer. Now, I know a lot of people feel like the FDA be doing some undercover stuff, and I can't say that I don't understand that as well, but at the very least, if something happens to you, at least you have a clinician to fall back on. You have a pharmacy that will be held accountable, and all of the things. And not to mention, there are medical practices that can happen to resolve whatever issue you're having. But when you do research grade things that dabble along into the gray market, and you're implementing things into your body that we don't have experience in treating, that's where it gets a bit iffy. There has been a lot of cases in the past with people using research grade stuff, and I just say, you know, be safe, do your research, make sure you're connected to someone who knows the ins and outs if that's what you guys decide to do. But I'm definitely praying for all of you all to find a safe way to be able to get your meds. You know, you got to think about things like if you have comorbidities, like if you're diabetic, you know, or if you have cardiovascular disease. Patients who are diabetic, you all have poor wound healing. So if you take a research grade peptide that causes some type of cellulitis or some type of internal septic infection, you all will be fighting for your lives because first of all, you already are diabetic. You already have poor wound healing issues. And then now we have to do all of these tests and run all of these things while your system is trying its best to fight whatever it is that you have implemented into it. So I just wish you guys would just think about those type of things before you do make decisions, and try to make the best educated decision that you can make for your situation. When you talk about research grade things, this is not a copycat. situation. This is not a situation where, well, since they're doing it, I'm doing it, because everybody has different DNA synthesis. Everybody has different metabolisms. Everybody has different comorbidities. So just think about that, okay? Are you taking both appetite suppressants daily? Alicia, I'm taking the Hunger Houdini and Hunger Taker every other day. So I took it last night, and so it's due for me to take tomorrow. So I do it every other day, because I can't take it every day, because it suppresses my appetite to the point where I don't want to eat or drink. So, you know, that's dangerous, because if you're not eating, again, you're going to go into starvation mode. And then if you're not drinking, you predispose yourself to get urinary tract infections, kidney stones for those of you who suffer with that type of situation, AKI, which is acute kidney injuries, which affects the way your kidneys filtrate. So, you know, you can get in trouble, you know, not eating and drinking like you're supposed to. Y'all, Birdie Fly said that they just started their GLP-1 journey. So, friend, if you have any questions, drop it in the chat, okay? I'm so excited for you. They said that they are taking Tirzepatide with B6. Alicia says, I just ordered yesterday, and she says she's seen the B12, but no answer just yet. Got you, friend. One of God's children says, you remember I was having trouble, but it's all good now. I do. And I'm so glad it's resolved. D Cowboy 7200 says, anyone possibly able to bless me with a small meal tonight? Homeless proof on my page. So let me pin that for anyone who wants to bless DC Cowboy. Alicia says, I'm stalled. I had a spinal nerve block and my appetite is crazy. Okay, so I'm confused, Alicia. So did you just recently have surgery and you can't take your GLP-1? And when it comes to your appetite, if you need something to help you with appetite, I definitely would recommend Hunger Houdini by Plume. Hey, Vincent, welcome in. Grand Shine, welcome in. Let's see. Hold on. Someone says, Tammy Wright says, L-carnitine is in mine from Link Pharmacy. Boom. So, listen. If you got L-carnitine in yours, I love that for you, because that's the belly fat dissolving amino acid. So I love that for you. I wish, listen, mine had, well, I had already told y'all mine has L-carnitine in it as well. I don't want to do too much. Thank you, Kiki the Dawn. Lise says, the Hunger Houdini, have you just standing there just looking at the fridge? Let me pin that. Friend, it does. It does. Oh my God, that is hilarious. Sparkle Onyx says, I'm with Amble now. Congratulations. I love that for you. And friend, let me know what your experience is with Amble, because you know, we were having some customer service issues because we had rolled out the 3, 6, 9, and 12 month worth of meds that you can buy. So our patient load doubled. So we had to hire customer service reps. We had to hire doctors. Friend, we had to hire more compounded pharmacies. But we think that we are on track now. So please let me know what your experience is moving forward. Hey, Jackie, welcome in. Welcome in, friend. But you can't reach anyone in a timely manner at Amble. That's Deanna. She says that she is very frustrated. So Deanna, here lately, I would say ever since we rolled out that 3, 6, 9, and 12 month worth of people being able to order those type of meds, the expectation was not to suffer with, on the customer service side, but every small company is going to have a growing pain, especially when they grow exponentially overnight. And that's exactly what happens. So the best thing that they can do as a business is hire on new reps, new doctors, new pharmacies. And that's exactly what they did. So the fact that Amble has been so great in the past, I feel like me personally, I can work through the growing pains of a company that has always made sure that I've been able to get my meds, even when everyone else was shutting down and not supplying their Semaglutide and Tirzepatide. And even now, as Big Pharma is threatening patient first companies, we still are supplying our patients with their meds. Like I said, you know, we're growing. We're going through growing pains as a company, and those who have been with Amble will stay with Amble, and those who feel frustrated or feel like you can get your meds faster at another company, friend, you do just that. You know, because I totally understand. I totally understand it. You know, I am looking from the inside out. You're probably looking from the outside in. It's two different views. But me knowing the owner and knowing all the behind the scenes things that they are doing tirelessly for their patients make me stick with them. So that's my spill on that. What are you talking about here, Addie? Just sit in, friend, and you gonna get it. How can we order? Okay, so for those of you who are new and you're wanting to order GLP-1 meds through Amble, if you click this picture twice, it'll bring you to my profile page. This is my profile page. On my profile page, you're gonna click in this red circle. There is my website. In my personal website houses two links. One link for you to get your GLP-1 semaglutide or Tirzepatide, or the other link is for you to get your anti-aging stuff like NAD, Semorlin, Glutathione, PT141, all of those things. So it's two separate links because the FDA has required us to separate it for documentation purposes. Okay, so that's how you order, friend. It takes about 7 to 10 business days for you to get your meds at your doorstep. It's going to take about 2-3 days for the doctors to get in touch with you. Then your script is sent over to a 503A pharmacy, and then the pharmacy will dispense it out to you. Charlotte, none of these meds increase my heart rate because nothing that I take has a stimulant. Now, one thing I can say, every now and then I will take a phentermine. Like, say for instance, if I'm going to a like if I'm socializing and I know I'm going somewhere where things can get out of control for me as far as eating and drinking, I will take me a half a tablet of phentermine. Now that, you know, will increase your heart rate. But again, those are scripted, and then my doctor follows me when I'm on that. And girl, listen, I have that script. I've been having that script for 2 months. I think I've probably taken 2 half a tablets out of this script. So it's far and in between. But nothing else. The Hunger Houdini, the Hunger Taker, none of my other supplements, none of my peptides that I take make me have high heart rates. Recommendation for fiber, Bella All Natural. It is in my TikTok shop, friend. It is a natural detox. All it is a lot of fiber, friend. It has alfalfa. It has wheat fiber, oat fiber. It has senna in it. It's naturally flavored with pineapple or mango. Friend, you take it at night, and in the morning, you are going to have you the most non-aggressive bowel movement, and you're gonna feel like it is a complete bowel movement after you take it. Okay, no, Hunger Houdini does not increase your heart rate. Kelly Elizabeth says, I'm down 60 pounds in 7 months. Come on, Kelly, you better let them know what's going on your side of town. Let me pin that. I love that for you, friend. I love that for you. Congratulations, sweetheart. I'm tapping the screen till my phone cracks. Thank you, Van Zandt. Thank you, guys. Y'all already got me up to 5K likes. For the 100 people who are in the chat, click this picture. Make sure you're following me and turn your notification bells on so that you know when I'm live. Let's see. It says some of the comments in this live were filtered. So if you put a question in the queue and I've not answered it, it's because TikTok is filtering you out. Let's see. Greenleaf says they do make it right if you stick with them. Thank you, Greenleaf. She says if you stick with Amble, they do take care of you. They do. You know, there is no company that can control a booming business overnight. You know, that's just like somebody put their product on TikTok shop. Like, for example, Be Amazing put their pineapple Dole Whip protein powder on TikTok shop. It sold out in 36 hours. Y'all, weeks and weeks and weeks of their product was sold out in 36 hours. They didn't know that was going to happen. So now people are complaining, oh, we can't get the Dole Whip. Y'all advertised it. You know, it's just something that happens in business. You can't make everybody happy. You just have to look at the integrity of the company and decide from there if you're going to stick with them or move around. And either way, it's all good. What peptides can be used for excess skin? So I don't think there is a peptide for excess skin, friend. And let me just be clear. I only speak to the peptides that Amble provides, because I know that these are peptides that our doctors will prescribe. And we only have 2 peptides at Amble. We have the PT141. That one is for your libido. And then we have Semorlin. That one helps you to increase your muscle mass. Everything else is an amino acid. Your NADs, your glutathiones, your LiPo-Cs. Those are more like amino acids, okay? TB_206. Welcome in, my friend. I see you, love. Nanny Life 2023. Ashanti 2005. Xtina, you welcome. Let's see. When it comes to the excess skin, let's just talk about the excess skin. So here's the thing. If you are scheduled, because I already know the weight's going to go away. If you are scheduled to lose a significant amount of weight, the best thing that you can do so that your skin look the best it can look once you meet goal is to stay hydrated. Is to take care of your skin inside and out, which means you're going to take collagen supplements. You know, collagen helps with your hair, your nails, your skin, your joints. You're going to make sure you stay moisturized externally. And then, of course, the water is going to keep you hydrated. You're going to make sure you are protein forward in your diet so that when you are losing weight, you're also building muscle mass and not losing muscle mass. That's all going to play a major part. Now, for some of us, at the end of our journeys, there's a lot of people who are almost 3 years into their journeys right now. Thank you, Jin Jin, and who are preparing for their surgical procedures. A lot of people, if you stick to TikTok and you scroll through the GLP-1, you will notice a lot of people are preparing for their surgical procedures, because a lot of us have to do some nip tucks, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I would say if you're beginning your journey and you know you have a significant amount of weight to lose, start saving your money for your surgical procedures. And some of y'all's insurances covers y'all's surgical procedures. Would you recommend trying Lipo-C after completing Lipo-B for 1 year? So Royale, I know that when you do Lipo-B and Lipo-C, you're supposed to cycle 3 months on, I think a month off, 3 months on, a month off. But our Lipo-B and our Lipo-C are almost the same, except the B has B12 in it and the C has L-carnitine. Now, I've taken them both. So, yeah, I would say switch it up, friend. Both of them work for me. I think for me, it didn't matter which one I took. I still got results with both of them. Hi, Nurse Keisha. Where can I order the Plume, your Plume products? You can go to plume.com, or you can go to @TakePlume on TikTok. Or you can go to my profile page and click in this red circle. And once you click into my website, you'll see a link for Plume. Just make sure that you use code NURSEK when you check out so that you can get your 10% discount. And just keep in mind also, thank you, Chicken Licking. Oh my Lord, I haven't seen you in a minute. Also remember that Plume stacks their coupons. So if you get a subscription like I have, you automatically get 15% off. If you order more than 3 products at a time, you get an additional 10% off. With code NURSEK, you get an additional 10, and that would be a total 35%. So I know I'm subscribed, and I get 35%. On 15 milligrams of Tirzepatide, I stalled for 5 months. I'm gaining weight. Any suggestions? Angela, Plume, Hunger Houdini, Hunger Taker is going to help you with your appetite suppression, because it has iriomin and it has saffron extract. Saffron extract helps you with appetite suppression. Clinical studies have shown that you only need 175 milligrams for you to get that appetite suppression of saffron extract. This product has 185, so it gives you a little bit more. It has iriomin in it, which breaks down saturated fats when you eat foods high in saturated fats. And then your pre and probiotic blend, that's the Hunger Taker. When you take those two together, it enhances the hunger Houdini and gives you more appetite suppression. The only thing that I would say, again, is make sure you don't put your body in starvation mode. You want to have the appetite suppression, but you still have to meet your calorie deficit goals. So if your calorie deficit is 1,800 calories per day, you guys have to make sure that you're eating 1,800 calories per day. If you're not eating 1,800 calories per day, you're not eating at your deficit, and your body is going to feel like it is starving. So you have to eat. You have to be protein forward. You have to make sure you are having bowel movements, which means you have to be fiber forward. Okay? You need to be having bowel movements every day to make sure that your colon is not congested, to make sure your colon can uptake the nutrients that you ingest, so that your body does not feel like it is stressed out or like it's sick or something. Okay, I'm losing a lot of inches, but my scale has not moved in a few months. Okay, so Charlotte, we need to think about doing something different. When you are stalled like that, we have to mix it up a little bit. So here's some things that you can do. Friend, you can start doing resistance training where you are working out with weights, high reps, low weights. That's gonna help you build muscle. When you build muscle, this thing is so hot. When you are building muscle, you're increasing your metabolism. When you increase your metabolism, you're burning fat more, okay? Make sure you're sleeping so that you're rested. Make sure, again, that you're having fiber forward, that you're having regular bowel movements. Make sure you are hydrated. Make sure you're meeting your protein goals. All of that matters, okay? How do you know what your deficit is? So, Jennifer, you're going to get the TDEE calculator. The TDEE calculator or MyFitnessPal, one of those apps. You're going to put in, it's going to ask you for your own personal stats, like your height, your weight, how sedentary you are, or how your activity level is. And then it may ask you a few other questions, and then it will calculate it for you, friend. Okay. How often should you take L-carnitine? So, Keisha, the L-carnitine that I take is with my GLP. So I do L-carnitine once a week through my GLP. And then I have L-carnitine in my LIPO that I do twice a week. So I'm actually doing L-carnitine 3 days a week. So anything outside of that, if it's not an injection, I don't know, baby, honestly. Hold on one second. I know that L-carnitine comes in tablets, but I've never did research on it. So, you know, usually when I don't do research on things, I don't like to speak out the side of my neck on stuff, y'all. I really like to find like a medical journal that can give us like some evidence-based studies, because I don't want to have y'all out here spending y'all money and trying things that I don't know for sure there is evidence-based studies to prove that this may work for y'all. So I honestly couldn't tell you, baby, how to take L-carnitine as an injectable, but I know for damn sure that LIPO, I think I am like 9 weeks in, and I am like, my body looks so good to me. And, you know, sometimes people will look at you and they will see things in you that look great, but when you can see it, that's when you know, God damn it, this shit working. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been feeling like that for 2 weeks now. What's best for constipation? I like Bella Detox. Is in my TikTok shop showcase. It's a natural detox that's full of fiber, and you can take it every day safely. Take it at night, and it'll give you a BM every morning. I do it 3 days a week. Okay, now when I know I have been acting a fool and I have been doing too much, like, well, I didn't do too bad for 4th of July, but I did eat like some pork ribs, a brisket. I made sure the night of 4th of July, I took Bella Detox. I took Bella Detox the next day. And I'm taking it today because I know whenever I do red meat, I make sure I do, you know, like I do at least 3 days so I can get that red meat out of my body. I got Hunger Taker and Hunger Houdini. What time is the best time to take it? Friend, I would say take it with your first meal. As early as you can take it with your first meal. So that way it can control your appetite through the day. What do you recommend? When would you recommend trying LipoC after complete? Oh, okay, we talked about that. Are you on NAD? I am. Oh my God, I love my NAD. I love my NAD. I am taking NAD. I take. So let's discuss what peptides I'm taking and what amino acids I'm taking. So actually, I'm not taking any peptides. You know, the peptides with Amble are PT141 and Samorlin. Now, oh God, who asked me that question? I'm so glad. Damn, I missed who asked me that question. Whoever asked me this question, I'm so thankful that you put this in the chat, because this was another thing I wanted to remind you all. Be very mindful of the peptides that you are taking that has growth hormone in it. Because people who have had cancer in the past are people who carry the gene for cancer. I do. I have, y'all, I got a nail broken. Y'all know I'm a breast cancer survivor, and I tested positive for the breast cancer gene, BRCA, which means my female organs had to come out. So I had a mastectomy. This is my scar. Y'all know I'm not ashamed of my scar. I lived without my breast for 9 months, okay? So I had a total mastectomy. All of my breast tissue was taken out, including my lymph nodes, okay? Because some of my lymph nodes were positive cancer. I had a total hysterectomy. I have no female organs whatsoever. No cervix, no uterus, no ovaries, no fallopian tubes, nothing. Everything had to come out because I tested positive for BRCA. And I'm saying that because when you take a growth hormone peptide, and this is why I be telling y'all, be very careful about that peptide business. I know some of you guys are curious, and again, I am not I'm not tapping anybody's hand that does peptides. I'm not against it if you know what you're doing. You know, if you guys are y'all, I am against it. Let me just be honest. And I'm against it because of the fear that something negative can happen to y'all. I really do love my patients. And a lot of times people get mixed into things and they don't think about the whole picture. It just seems like a good idea. But there are some things that people, and this is what I don't like about the gray market, is people don't tell the whole thing. So let me just get back to taking a peptide that has growth hormone. If you have cancer that runs in your family and you have not had genetic testing, for example, the BRCA that I tested positive for, all of the girls in my family had to get tested. My niece tested positive at 18. My niece had a total, a mastectomy at 20 years old because we were scared that she would get breast cancer, because in my family, the girls get cancer early. I was 32. I had a couple cousins that was in their 30s, a couple cousins in their 40s. Okay, so it develops early in our family, okay? Because we tested positive for the gene. When you have the gene, it's almost like you're just sitting in your life waiting to see where is this cancer gonna come out at. So you have to get tested every 6 months. You got to get all these labs. You know, you got to get your breast checked. You got to get your cervix scraped every 6 months when you test positive for like BRCA. Now there are other cancers, but I'm talking specifically on breast cancer because that's what I had, and that's what I'm most knowledgeable about. But I'm saying all of that to say, when you take a growth hormone can grow tumors. So if you are genetically linked to cancer and you don't know if you have positive tests, like if you don't have like a positive result that lets you know whether or not you are BRCA positive, is what the cancer gene is, you will be out here taking a peptide and you could initiate the growth of a tumor that probably would have stayed dormant had you not taken a growth hormone. Do you understand what I'm saying? For example, my baby, come show your face, baby, show them. I was so scared that my daughter was going to test positive for BRCA at 18 and that we were going to have to walk her to through a mastectomy, but she tested negative. Thank God for that. So we don't have to worry about her. She didn't test positive. But my sister did. She had to have a mastectomy. Again, my niece at 20 had to have a mastectomy. My mom tested positive. She had to have a mastectomy, and she also had a hysterectomy. Now, my sister, for example, she's in her early 40s, and she only had the mastectomy. She didn't have the radical hysterectomy because she may want to have a baby, but she still lives in fear, and she has to be very mindful of what she puts in her body because she knows she is positive for the BRCA gene. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So I know I got off on a little tangent about that, but I just want you guys to be informed.
So would the gene be tested in other cancers as well?
So yes, my daughter is asking, can people be genetically tested for other type of cancers? Yes. If you had someone in your family that tested positive for any type of cancer, then you can go to your family member, like say for instance me, I tested positive for BRCA. And because I tested positive, I had to have cancer treatment. And anybody who has cancer treatment, you get assigned a case manager or a social worker who will help you. Like Kima, y'all know Kima is has a degree or has a certification in case management. So your case management person will find the resource for your family members to be genetically tested. This is how all of my family, like all of the girls who were closely related to me, my sister, my nieces, my daughter, my aunts, my first cousins, they all were able to get genetically tested because I tested positive and I had cancer. Does that make sense? So just be mindful. I'm gonna get back to the chat, but I just wanted you all to be mindful. So yes, my daughter was asking, can anybody get genetically tested? Yes. So, excuse me. We only have breast cancer in our family. So I tested and I was positive. So I had to have all of the surgeries. Mm-hmm. You tested and you were negative. So you took daddy's side.
So what about that?
So you don't never have to be tested. And your kids don't have to be tested.
So what about dad's side? Because, there was no whining.
Yeah. I mean, if your daddy want to get genetically tested, he can. But his mom is gone now. So he doesn't really have a link.
I want to.
Oh, you want to be genetically tested for what she had? Okay, we could talk about that, baby.
Okay.
But it's nothing for you to be afraid of. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Did you have a shoulder surgery? Jennifer, yes, I did. I had a shoulder surgery because when I was taking chemo and radiation, they had me on high doses of steroids, and the steroids caused the vessels in both my shoulders to die. So both of my bones did not get fed the blood supply, and I broke both of my arms, girl. I still have fractures in this arm, but this arm, it was broken so bad they had to completely gut it. So all of this, including this cap, you see how my shoulder is like this? Because it's fake. This is a titanium shoulder. All of this is, that's why it looks so weird as compared to this one. You see how this one looks so normal, and then this one looks fake, because it is. This one, they took bone from my hip and they filled in this shoulder, and the reason why they did it that way is because now I can't lift this arm up. Like, this is as high as this arm go, and they were afraid that both my arms were gonna do that, and they didn't want me to feel like I was trapped in my body. So they just did one. Collagen with peptides. So Lise, I would say do, girl, there's so many that I have in my TikTok shop showcase. There's one by Live Conscious. There's one by Pinky Honestly Goods. There's one by Vital Authority. I have them all, friend. It doesn't matter which peptides, collagen peptides you use, friend, as long as you're using them. I take Hunger Houdini every other day. Thank you guys for pinning the questions. Y'all know I move off on a tangent when I start talking. My mouth just goes. Hey Dan, welcome in, friend. Ish says Plume products appear to have natural ingredients. Friend, they do. They do. They're okay for those of us with a history of cancer. Yes. Yes, and that's one of the things that I love about Plume is their ingredient deck is so small. Now, I do have some Plume products over here. I recommend the Hunger Houdini and the Hunger Taker, but just to show you how their ingredient deck is so small. So that's another thing. If you have a history of cancer or you have a history of family bloodline of cancer, when you are looking for supplements, you want to make sure the ingredient deck is small. So if you notice, this is the Rest in Peace. And I have the Deuce on the Loose. Hold on, let me turn the screen around so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is their sleep supplement, Rest in Peace. You'll notice on the back, their ingredient deck is so small. Hold on, y'all, because I want y'all to see this. I don't think y'all can see it. Okay, there we go. So you see it has magnesium, astragalus, it has chamomile, elderberry, and some other things. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just 6 ingredients, and that's it. And then we have the Deuce on the Loose. That's their stool softener. Look at the ingredient deck. So small. It has ashwagandha, turmeric extract. It has bitter melon, milk thistle, and this is probiotic, y'all. This is probiotic. This bacillus or whatever. So their stool softener has probiotic in it, which is amazing. Their hair supplement, Mania. This is the ingredient deck. Now, it has a lot of vitamins in here to help with hair. So you got your vitamin A, C, D, E. This is all the vitamins on this side. And then on the other side, you got the stuff that helps you retain hair strands, like your saw palmetto, your horsetail extract, hyaluronic acid, that's for hydration, kelp extract, turmeric for inflammation. So Plume products are really, really, really good. And the gentleman that made these products, y'all, he's right out of the GLP-1 community. How can we find out if peptides have growth hormones? It will tell you if it has a growth hormone in it, friend. Growth hormone is just that, growth hormone, okay? Tanisha says, I have the gene and I had a double mastectomy and a total hysterectomy. I 100% agree with you. Thank you, friend, for reconfirming what I said to the chat. I appreciate you. What kind of test did you take? It was a BRCA test. Mine was an interview with lots of questions. So, friend, you can ask, you can tell your doctor you want to be tested for BRCA. BRCA, BRCA. Growth hormone would be listed in the ingredients, correct? Yes, Lise. 1,000%. 1,000%. Hey, side to side. Joni says, thank you for your information. You're welcome. User with a lot of numbers says, so true. I was tested using BRCA testing, and it says it's expensive, so hopefully insurance will pay. So that's the key, friend. Let me thank you, side to side. That's the thing. If you have a family member that has had breast cancer, let me flip my screen again. Your insurance will pay. Your insurance will pay. You just have to show proof that there is a family member that actually tested positive. And yes, your insurance. That's how all of my relatives were able to get tested, and it went through their insurance. So you're telling me I need to stop taking Somorelin? So Mari, if you have a family member that has had breast cancer, if you carry the gene, 1,000%. And this is why I also tell y'all, don't take anything without your doctors knowing, y'all. This is the importance of having a doctor follow you so that they can make sure you're not taking anything that would contraindicate you being able to take it. Taking a growth hormone when you have a cancer gene in you is deadly. Like, you do not want to be the reason why your cancer gene wakes up. You don't want to do that. So are you telling me I need to stop? So Maury, yes. Dan says, I took the LiPo-C and I lived, just had a question. Okay, what's your question, friend? I'm looking for it. How do we find out if a peptide has growth hormone? It would be in the ingredient deck. Sis, you're so favorite. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate that. What kind of test did you take? I took the BRCA. Greenleaf says, I'm about to do my 3rd surgery for cancer. God bless you, friend. God bless you, and may he cover you and give you a sound, peaceful mind And may he heal you from the inside out, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Because that ride, it ain't no joke. But you're in my prayers for sure, friend. You are in my prayers. Dan, thank you for the roses and everybody else who sent roses. Dan says, it made me super tired and dizzy. It was my first time. So I can't imagine why it would have made you tired or dizzy. I can't imagine why it would have done that. Usually the lipo C, there aren't any side effects. You know, it's not a depressant. And I mean like the drug class. It doesn't have like a depressant in it. It's not a stimulant. It's just a fat burner. So I don't know if, now here's one thing that I can probably consider, Dan, is it does boost your metabolism. So you probably got like a energy rush and fall. So it could have been that. Because it does speed up your metabolism as well to help you burn fat. So maybe that's what happened, friend. But if you take the injection again and you still feel that sensation, I don't know if I would continue taking it, because you're not supposed to feel, you know, for you to be telling me, I feel like it must have been extreme and made you think like, whoa, what the hell am I taking? So if it made you feel that, it may not be the best for you. Okay. So, but don't let one-off situation that was not life-threatening detour you from taking it. Just be mindful, more mindful the next time. Make sure you have eaten. Make sure that you are well hydrated, because you are implementing something new into your body. And just take notes and just be mindful, friend. And again, if you have that same reaction, I would be, you know, I probably would let my doctor know too. It lasted only about 2 hours and then it went away. It was weird. Yeah, so it might just have been like a metabolism rush and fall for you. I love the information about the peptides because I've actually been thinking of taking one of them. Very good, Carrie. If you've been doing your research and you know what you're doing, friend, I'm not against it. I just like for you guys to have all the information and know what it is that you guys are taking. Are the capsules big or small? Shelly, which ones? Which ones, friend? Hey, Kima! Welcome in, friend. Nursing school tips, or is this for only GLP-1? So actually this is a GLP-1 live, but if you have a nursing school question, go ahead and ask me. My daughter just got into nursing school, so baby, this is where we're at. So ask on, friend. For the 150 people who are in the chat, if you're not yet following me, click this picture, make sure you're following me, turn your notification bells on. Thank you guys so much for getting me up to 11.6K likes in this live. If you are new to my platform, my name is KEASHA Dixon. I'm a registered nurse. I work under the umbrella of emergency room medicine. I'm a charge nurse of a 20-bed outpatient unit, and I'm also a patient and partner of Amble. So if you want to get GLP-1 medications or anti-aging meds that is covered by a clinician through an online telehealth company that ships to you without a physician fee, without labs, without having a subscription, click this picture twice right here. It'll bring you to my profile page. This is my profile page. You would click in this red circle. Once you click into that red circle, you're going to click onto my personal website. There will be 2 links there. One for GLP-1 meds like Semaglutide and Tirzepatide, and the other one for your anti-aging things like NAD, your glutathione, your lipo C's, and all of the things. I was asking about the plume. Oh, you want to see what they look like? Oh, I didn't open any of those. Hold on, friend. Let me just show you. They're medium size. Oh, I can show you the bottom. Look. They're medium size, and they're capsules. You know, capsules go down really, really good. Okay, friend? Make sure y'all are using code Nurse K when y'all check out. Hey Amanda, can I ask you what time of the day you take your Hunger Houdini? Friend, I take mine with my first meal, whatever meal I consume for the day. Now you remember, I'm a night nurse, so my feeding times like I'm an animal. My feeding times are different from everybody else. So I don't eat breakfast. I don't start eating until about 2-3 o'clock. I'm with Amber. Y'all, can y'all pin Dan's comment in the bathroom by my chair on the floor in that bag? I'm with Amber and they switch pharmacies. I don't know. Does it have to be refrigerated? Your LipoC needs to be refrigerated, yeah. But you know, you can leave it out for 28 days. If you plan on using, so when you get your LipoC in the mail, your LipoC is gonna come as a 10 milliliter bottle. So that's 10 injections. So your 10 injections will last you for 5 weeks. You can leave it out of the refrigerator, I think, for 28 days and it'd be okay. You won't lose any efficacy. It's not something that needs to be in a dark place. Otherwise, it would be in a dark vial. So you can leave it out for 28 days or you can keep it refrigerated. You know, either or. I keep mine refrigerated, Dan, but if I happen to take it and leave it out, I don't freak out because it can be left out greater than 28 days. So you're good. You're good, friend. I love you, but you aren't seeing my question. Cece, I swear I'm not, because TikTok must be shadowing it. Y'all, if y'all see, let me pin her. If y'all see Cece's question, please pin it for me. Amanda says she don't see it. She says try rewording it. Dan says I'll be cautious. Yeah, friend. Yes. Let's see. Cece, I'm looking, baby. I don't see your question. So TikTok is shadowing it from me. I went up to 5 milligrams of Tirzepatide and I gained 3 pounds and went back down to 2 and started to lose again. So friend, this is the reason why we have learned that just because you go up in dosing, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to lose more weight. If your body is responding to your meds and you are losing 0.5 to 2.2 pounds per week, don't move. Leave it there. You know, that 2.5 may be your dose. I know a lot of people who have only taken 2.5 milligrams of Tirzepatide and are down over 100 pounds. I know a lot of people. So you might not need the 5, friend. I just started med surg for practical nursing program. Kind of stressful. I need to find a good study and note technique. David. Oh my God. Y'all hold on. Let me go get this for David. I got the perfect thing for you. Did you get it? They got a bag by my chair on the floor. TV! Oh, where am I going? Oh, hold on, y'all. It's asking me to do this puzzle. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So, David, just because I want to show you this book, of course, I can't find it. Hold on for me. So, babe. Oh, never mind. So I have to show you through TikTok. So if there is anybody in this room that is thinking about going to nursing school, hold on, y'all. Give me a little bit of grace. I already came on live unprepared, but I have to show him this because this will be such an amazing tool for you, friend. Kima and I actually were going to do a live for nursing school students. Hold on, friend. Let me find it. One second. Let's see. How do I go to TikTok shop from my iPad? Clearly, y'all. Okay, here we go. No, that's not it. TikTok shop. Let's see. Nursing books. Here you go. Friend, go buy this. Oh shit. Hold on, friend. Let me show you. Go buy this. It's in the TikTok shop. I promise you, if you have someone that is in nursing school, you see this book right here? It is amazing. It's $100. It has everything that you need to help you learn like the essentials of nursing. So I hope he's still in here and I hope he saw that. But yeah, friend, use that. Amble is available in Mississippi, yes. Hold on, I'm going to the chat, y'all. Thank you, Kima. Will it be okay to take Plume products while taking metformin? Yes. Do all peptides have growth hormone? No. No, baby. Just anything that's going to help you grow muscle. So if it's something that helps you grow muscle, it has growth hormone in it. Because you're growing muscle. So it's going to have growth hormone. Hey, Sunshine. Welcome in. Oh, Cece says, my daughter is a new nurse. So, Cece, she would benefit from that binder as well. I don't know where my binder is at. And then my puppy, he just chewed one of my favorite slippers. That threw me off. I would love to tune into the nursing lives. David, send me a DM so that way, DM me, David, so that way when we go live, I can send you, like, I can share the live with you when we talk about nursing school. My daughter is starting nursing school in the fall. I missed the book. Okay, hold on, friend. Let me show you. I wish I had the book so that I could flip through it, but it is so amazing. Hold on, maybe there's a video that I can show y'all. I'm pretty sure somebody did it. Oh, look how, David, look how it has all of, it's so colorful, and it has like cardiac function, thoracic function, and have like the medicines. Hold on, friend. Look, it has disease processes. You're welcome. Look, bronchodilators. So it got all the systems, boo. When I tell you this is an amazing tool, friend. Let me see if I can I wonder if I could pin it. Yeah. The book's name is, hold on, friend. Let me see if I could pin it for y'all. Hold on, friend. Thank you, baby. You're welcome, David. Hold on, let me just show y'all the name of it again. And then when I get off of live, which I'm about to do anyway in like 15 minutes, then I will pin it for y'all to see. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to work TikTok from my iPad because I be on my phone so much. But it's called Nursing School Success Bundle. Even though I ended up in the ER with each damn system anxiety was crazy. Lise, girl, I'm telling you, but you know, this book helps me remember things like when thank you, friend. This book helps me remember things when I come across certain disease processes that I don't normally see in ER, because sometimes, like in our ER, you can either work on the trauma side, or you can work on the medicine side, or you can do like bed holds. A lot of times I'm in bed holds because I work outpatient. But girl, they be sometimes a lot of times I be on the trauma side. A lot of times, girl, I be on medicine, and it's that medicine side when you be getting all those disease processes like myasthenia gravis and all of that. Girl, look, I be in that book. I have one in my locker at work, and then I bought my daughter one, and I thought I had it at a certain place in my room, but I don't see it, so I don't know, child. But it's a good book. I bought 2 of them, one for me and one for her. Thank you, friend. Oh, Charlotte. Wow. Let me pin that. Charlotte said it's on Amazon for $39. That's great. I spent $200. So check Amazon, y'all. Check Amazon. Okay, does anybody else have any questions about Amble? Any questions about the anti-aging things? Because I need to go. I need to prepare myself for tomorrow. I got a long day of videoing, y'all. So does anybody need help with anything? What days do I take my LiPo-C? I take my LiPo-C on Monday and Thursdays. Twice a week. Intramuscularly, Dan. Are you taking yours intramuscularly? Or did you do it SEEQ? No, none of the anti-aging stuff have hormones. They're amino acids. So amino acids are building blocks. So ooh, how was it, Dan? Did it hurt? Thank you, B. Great job. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you, friend. In the thigh, like you talk. Very good. Great job. I love that for us. Does glycine has hormone in it? No, friend. What you taking glycine for? Can you mention the amino acids? So the anti-aging one that I take, friend, is glutathione. Glutathione reduces oxidative stress and free radicals that live on the skin. So it helps you with fine lines, wrinkles. It helps your skin. I don't know. To me, it just makes my skin very supple, like very supple. And I feel like I retain moisture, like hydration. So my skin isn't as dry as it used to be. And it also helps with elasticity as well. The NAD that I take that one for brain fog, for memory, for focus. but it also has where it decreases oxidative stress, and oxidative stress is just things that age you. So I take those two. Those are the two anti-aging ones that I take, and then I take the LIPO C, which has methionine, inositol, choline, and then L-carnitine for belly fat. So let me see. Somebody asked about glycine. Why would anybody be taking glycine? Hold on, friend. Some of this stuff I'll be having to look up. And we're going to ask Siri. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. What is glycine, and why would someone take glycine as a supplement? Glycine is an amino acid. Hold on. Glycine is an amino acid that builds proteins and needed for tissue and hormone maintenance. More glycine may help support your heart and liver health, improve sleep, reduce diabetes risk, and reduce muscle loss. It says your body naturally produces glycine from other amino acids, but it's also found in protein-rich foods and available as a dietary supplement. Along with being a component of protein, glycine has several other impressive health benefits. Here is 9 health benefits of glycine. It's needed to produce powerful antioxidants. It's a component of creatine, which is good because creatine, glycine is one of 3 amino acids that help make the compound, the component, what helps make the compound creatine. Okay. It's the main amino acid in collagen. Okay, so someone would take glycine to help them with elasticity and for their skin. That's good. Be Kind says glycine, they mix her Tirzepatide with it. That's great. That's great. Shit, now I want to ask for glycine in mine. It improves sleep quality. It protects your liver from alcohol-induced damage. And it protects your heart. How? Increasing evidence suggests that glycine offers protection against heart disease. How? It prevents an accumulation of a compound that in high amounts has been linked to atherosclerosis, which is hardening of your vessel arteries. Okay. It says it may aid people with type 2 diabetes. How? It says, interestingly, because glycine has shown to increase insulin response to people without diabetes, it's suggested that glycine supplements may improve impaired insulin response in people with type 2 diabetes, which is great. And it protects against muscle loss. This says it's easy to add it to your diet. It can be found in varying amounts in meat, tough cuts like chuck, round, and brisket. Okay, and you may also get glycine from gelatin, y'all. So that's good. That's great. So I damn sure learned something from y'all tonight. I know that glycine is one of the main amino acids for collagen, but I'm like, why would someone take glycine by itself? But it makes sense. It says glycine is the main structural protein of connective tissue such as bone, skin, ligaments, tendons, and cartilage. So those of you who have glycine in your Tirzepatide, damn, y'all winning. Ooh, Lovable said, I had a heart attack 3 years ago. Well, baby, I'm so glad you're here as a testament that you can move forward with your life and recover from it. So thank God for that. Hey, Nurse Keisha, super excited. Just ordered Plume. Very good, friend. Can't wait to try it. Thank you. You're welcome. And Linda, just remember with your Plume, just make sure your body doesn't go into starvation mode, friend. Okay? If it's too much appetite suppression, do it every other day. I do mine every other day. Okay, so for the 100 people who are in the chat, thank you guys so much for staying in this live with me and talking about the thing that I love to talk about. Y'all know that's GLP-1 education, side effects, medication, supplements. Y'all know I love me a good supplement. I might do a supplement live tomorrow with all the supplements. Well, all the ones that I like, you know, the ones that I tell y'all to take. A vitamin, I tell y'all to take protein, fiber, what else? Collagen, and something else. Oh, and a multivitamin. Thank you, Dan. Price for what, baby? Okay, so the glutathione is $99 a month. My NAD, I think, friend, I paid $225. I think that's what I paid. I have a subscription. Like, I subscribe to my anti-aging through Amble, and they just draft my card. So I can't say that I pay close attention to it. I don't pay close attention to it. But I know it was, I think it was $225 that I paid for my NAD and $99 for my glutathione. My LIPO C, I paid $149 for. Did you ever do your giveaways? Yes, Miss Lady O. I did the giveaways and it's done, but we need to do some giveaways tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to do a Goalie Gummy giveaway. we're going to pull for the next cup. I need to look at our list to see what's the next cup we did. What was the first cup? I forget what first cup we did. And then we did Hydro Jug. So we need to pull for a cup, and we need to do a Goalie Gummy giveaway, and we need to do a cup giveaway. So that's what we'll do that tomorrow. Okay? And I feel like, yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. I was about to say, I feel like we can do it in a live, but if I do it in a live, it's not fair for everyone else. So we'll just do it how we've been doing it. Thank you so much, Side to Side. Are those prices for 10 weeks? Yes, April. Yeah. And listen, my glutathione, okay, let me just explain something. So your doctor is going to give you a script, and he's going to tell you, inject so many units. Now, when I first did my glutathione, I did my glutathione on live. And when I did my I wanted to show you what it looked like, but it's on this phone that I'm doing live with, that I'm on live with. But I had like a reaction, a superficial reaction to it, the dose that he told me to take. So I had to decrease my dose. So actually, my glutathione, my NAD, has been lasting more than 5 weeks, because the recommended doses that he gave me, my body couldn't tolerate them, and we had to go down in doses. When do you normally go live? So David, I don't have a certain time that I go live. 9 times out of 10 is going to be between 6 and 9 o'clock. Certain days of the week. I'm still a bedside nurse, friend, so it depends on my schedule. And then sometimes I'll do lives during the day, which is why it's important for you to just turn your notification bell on so that you can get an alert when I'm live, friend, honestly. Okay. I end every live by reminding you guys about this quote that my pastor passed down to me and my family when we were going through a hard time with my dad when he was really, really sick. And he said, don't be moved by what you see, move what you see by what you say. So in essence, he was basically saying, no matter what it is that you're going through, if it feels like it's trouble for you, it's a hardship, it's a burden, it makes you feel less than, it intimidates you, it frustrates you, it embarrasses you, don't be moved by what you see. Move what you see by what you say. So whatever it is, don't give it life. You take control over it and you speak life into it. You look at the cup half full instead of half empty, because there's power in the tongue, and you can speak good affirmations over your life no matter what it is that you're going through. Don't be moved by what it is that you're seeing, but move what you're seeing by what you're saying. So when my dad was sick, we, instead of, now listen, we was hollering and crying, but we were also praying and saying, God, cover him. Love, heal him, God. You are healed right now in the name of Jesus. That type of thing, okay? Your life isn't finished. You have this to do. You have that to do. We want, we said we were going here. We spoke all positive things over my dad, even though the situation did not look good, but we had to speak life into him, So a lot of times you have to do that in situations with family, with friends, with your jobs, with your kids, with your spouses. It'd be a lot of things that you got to speak words of affirmation over. And so I just want to remind y'all of that. Don't ever forget that. And then also remember that you guys are kings and queens. You guys live in kingdoms. You're royalty. You live in a palace. You sit on thrones. You guys wear crowns. Whether people see it or not, you are crowned. You are kingdom people. So don't ever let someone cross your path and challenge your character or your integrity. We are absolutely taking zero tolerance for that. People don't have to like how you move in your life and what your life choices are, but they must respect you at all times. And there is zero tolerance for that. And I just wish that more of us would be like that. Like, I don't have to like the way you move, but I respect it, That's your decision, and I trust that you know what you're doing with your life. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish people would live by that. We would have so many less problems in the world, but not everybody is going to do that. So it's an assignment that I feel like God has given to me and a lot of other people. Sometimes you just have to stand in the gap for people who just don't know no better, But at the same time, okay, friend, you don't have to like what I'm doing, but don't disrespect me now, in a good way. We don't have to get all rah-rah, but let people, you set the tone for how you want to be respected, okay? I love you guys so much, and I will be live on tomorrow. I'm trying to go live at 6 o'clock tomorrow, y'all. I'm going to try to go live at 6 o'clock. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Y'all have a good night. Amen. Oh, Lord. She said amen and amen. That plume is nowhere. Friend, if you click this picture right here and click in that red circle, once you open up my website, it starts with HTTPS, ends in KEASHA Dixon. You will see the plume. You will see a hyperlink for plume. Click on the hyperlink. That's where it's at. And then use code NurseCase. You can get your 10% discount when you check out. I love you guys. Have a good night.